TV program on our station and all of that. So we are open to any type of partnership. If you also have other ideas and suggestions, you can bring it forward to us. But in Yinem Kumoti, but in Danila specifically, ye Hakobendi, ye Yamfafatu, ye inshallah, because we were all partners that did things together, that worked together. So, what am
Your Talent TV for coming to BAC today. And firstly, let me seize the opportunity and then pay my condolence to you and everyone else that works with Fatu before. As the PRO stated earlier, we pray for her and then we pray for her soul to rest in perfect peace. And may Allah, the Almighty Lord, grant her Jannatul Firdaus. You know, we've had interactions with her, just like I believe everyone else in the country, because she had that energy and that interest and concern about exposing every institution so that people are able to see whatever that institution is doing, and then everyone else. She covered our campaign in 2023. She contacted us several times to do this Korite program, and I think at some point we ran away from her. You know, we had good fun memories of our interactions with her. So based on that, I don't think we have much to forgive her. But if there's anything that we or she's owing us, we've forgiven her wholeheartedly. And then we can only pray for her. I think her untimely demise had been a shock to the whole nation, simply because of the impact that she had made in our lives within a short period in the media. She had a lot of energy, and then unfortunately, Musa, you have a big footprint to fill, because Fatu was, I would say, she's the one in a million type of person in the media, because of the interest that she has to make sure that, because we tend to say media is to educate, entertain, and inform, and she want to do that on I would say, by every minute. She wants people to know what is happening at the other end. She has that curiosity to ensure that her followers get to see what others are doing that which they are not aware of. And it's always very important to her that whatever we are doing, that people get to know that. And she sometimes calls us to tell us that maybe you're doing something that people are not aware of. Or even when you travel, you come and meet her at the airport, she wants you to tell people where you've been and what you've been doing for the interests of the people that you represent. I think for that, we are, as a nation, we are indebted to her in gratitude for that service. No matter how short we had with her, that impact would always be there. And I believe that other people will be inspired, and that energy, that interest, that curiosity would still be imbued in everyone that is inheriting or that is taking over from her at Gambia Talent TV, so that we know people that are coming in. There were times that people will go sneak out of this country and come back in, we wouldn't know. But it's because of Fatu that we get to see that Esa Fall is back in the country and some of the things he had to share with us when he returned. So those are some of memories that everyone who had been following Gambia Talent TV and had been following Gambian media would always recollect. And it's thanks to her infatigable energy to make sure that we all get to see those things. So the second part, which is the introduction of the new team, so it's good to get to see you, and hopefully you will always remind us of the fond memories we have of Fatu, and then we'll always be able to work together. And Singate here is the PRO, is the right person. So now that he's got your contact and seen you physically be able to also contact you or have you in mind whenever we are having events. As you can imagine, we always have events. Even today, the reason why I turned up a little bit late is that I also had to dash to go into the field because we're in the rainy season, and currently we are having hectic period in trying to do the last minute preparation for the rainy season before they actually start coming in heavy. And if we're not prepared, then it takes us by surprise. And this is our third rainy season. We don't want to have any more excuses. We want to be able to say that we are now at least a bit on top of things, so that people don't have that much experience, that terrible experience that they've been having whenever they visit the Brikama Central Market. So that is one place which we've been very busy trying to see how we mitigate the flooding situation that we tend to have each year in and out. So this year we want to reduce it by certain percentage, and that means I cannot just be in the office and directing or delegating people to do it. I have to be on the ground myself to make sure that the way I want it done, it is done in that way. And if anything goes wrong, I can blame myself and not sit here and try to scream over computers and blaming people. But when you're there, you make sure it is done the way you want it to be done, and that tends to help a lot. So the multimedia training part, this is something new to me personally. I didn't know that we are sponsoring a student, and we tend to sponsor a lot of students. I think we are one institution that is doing a lot in that, because that is something which we've been commended by even the UTG. It got to a point that most institutions now, whenever you are sponsored by BAC, they wouldn't give our students, as long as the assurance is given, they don't disturb our students that much, because they know how much we are committed in supporting the underprivileged in gaining access to education and then building up that future for them as well. So now that we know about this, and the fact that congratulations on the NACA accreditation as well, definitely we will work with you, and we will try to expand that support that we provide to the students. But what we normally say is, because we normally want you to inform the students to become aware that we do provide these scholarship funds, so that they do the applications themselves through the council, through councillors, wherever they live. If they know they are councillors, they can apply through that, or they can apply directly to the office of the chairman. But the competition there is very, very high. So it's usually the chances are very high if you go through your councillor. And normally the scholarships opens in February, and it would close in March. And by April, May, we are trying to pay the institutions. This is how we normally operate. So sometimes universities and institutions, the academic year would start in September, but we are not able to come in September, October, because our budgeting starts in January. So we would budget it like for next year. Like this year, we budgeted 8 million. And due to the demand, next year, based on the revenue stream that we are also able to amass, we can say that next year we might increase it to, say, 12 million. So when you say we are going to give 12 million for next year, it wouldn't be able to start in September or October, but it would start in January. So February, we would expect applications, and then March, the applications will close, and in April, the awardings will happen. So those that are fortunate enough will get their award letter, and then the institutions will normally be notified, and this will be written to them. They will be written to, and then the payments are usually done within the period that is given to them. So we will try to pay the institutions well before the December deadline, but we try to make the payment as early as possible, because some institutions would really contact us because of the financial challenges that they also have, and would want us to intervene as early as possible in order to be able to address those for them. So we try to intervene, or we try to deal with those on priority basis. So I think that is the main thing. And then we are very, very delighted to have you at BAC. You're always welcome here. And then if you want interviews at any point, you just make a formal request, and we try to see how best we fit it in. And then we give you the internet interview, and then we provide that. We also try to have advertisements sometimes. So when we do have those things, we will also liaise with you so we can have those advertisements run through the Gambia Talent TV. This would normally be about revenue, tax collections, so that we see how best we encourage people to comply in paying their taxes and to pay them in time as well, because it helps us to meet our financial commitments, which include supporting students. That is our welfare benefit, because we have two components of our welfare benefit. That is educational support and health support. So we try to help people when they have health issues and they're in dire need of assistance. We would try to intervene in those. And then we also have other ones such as the ward development funds that we try to provide to our wards, so that each ward is able to address some of their priority development needs within their communities. We also try to do that a lot. But we are very happy to have you. We would have loved to be here with Fatu, and then it would have been a different atmosphere altogether. But we hopefully will never forget her. We'll always try to remember her. And then I think the Gambia Talent TV is sort of like would always act as a reminder of how much of a talent that she was and how much she put in to make sure that this TV comes to the reality that it is today. It is what she would have loved, and I am very happy. And we commend the husband, for keeping her legacy going. Because otherwise, if you also had given up, it would be very difficult for people to remember her or to recollect the fond memories that we have. Peace her soul as well, because that's what she would have loved to see. She put in so much effort in Gambia Talent TV, and she really want Gambia Talent TV to continue to become a household TV name, a household TV name, and then big station and everything else. And if we can, whatever role we can play as an institution in making that a reality, we will definitely do. So we are very happy to welcome you here. And then we say we keep pushing together for a better Gambia. And we commend Gambia Talent TV for also coming up with the initiative to provide this multimedia training to a lot of people. It is indeed highly commendable, because they are one of the only medias that is offering that. And that is something which we have to commend them for, because so many people, as he rightly said today, are having a career or able to provide or meet their daily sustenance because of that invaluable training that was provided to them. We commend them for it. We encourage them to keep pushing on it, and we will do our part in terms of increasing the sponsorship to more people, and then to see that continuing. As he rightly also pointed, West Coast is the biggest region. We have the largest population in the country, and that means we also have more people with such challenges. And the more we intervene, the more we are also playing our quota in that. So we thank you very much.